Welcome to a mini demonstration of the Virtual IT Learning Management System, our 2010 version. This easy-to-use database is designed to run on MS Access 2007 onwards and makes the administration of your training data easy. The LMS is based on NLRD specifications and supplies reports on learner details and achievements for numerous statutory bodies. The LMS comes with a 3-level security system where you put in your username, your password, and it takes you through to the switchboard or the main switchboard of the LMS. The main switchboard has 4 levels of data entry: clients, learners, qualification builder, and the training event scheduler. We'll look at those in more detail and talk about reports in a second. Let's look at clients. The clients module is a comprehensive CRM which records contact details between you and your client. Details such as straightforward addresses, telephone numbers. There's a section for additional contacts. We record sales, communications with our client, links to documents such as service level agreements or any other contract you might have with the client, and administration information. The whole idea of this section is to keep you in touch with all the key decision makers of the companies or your clients, the people that you work with. Right through the database there are numerous drop-down menus which will help you capture and enter information quickly and correctly, and you can also double-click and update these to tailor the system to your own needs. Let's look at the learner section. This section takes a great deal of information, and it really depends on you how much you want to capture. We start off at the top, which is demographics, where we would capture the name of our client that the learner comes from, the South African ID number, and there's checks within the system to make sure that you do not duplicate learners in this system. Other demographic information rolls to the database. If you're dealing with non-South African citizens or non-local citizens, you can add their ID numbers and the ID type. We cover things such as contact details, communication and absenteeism, education, a record of learning and assessment, which is a snapshot that shows us where the learner is in terms of any qualifications they're doing with us. We have a linking system where we can link through to such things as ID books, certificates, identification, photographs, whatever. A disciplinary section, grievance, admin, and employment. At any stage that we want, we can print a student ID card by clicking on there. We'll have our ID card. And we can also send out a student registration form which records all the information that we have to date to send to the learner so they can update on new changes or bits that we don't have in the system. At any given time we can record who created this original learner, the date it was created, and who's updated it since. That is in fact what we cover there within the learner details section. Right, let's look how we build qualifications. We go to our qualification builder, and here we'll find builder qualification and unit standards. When the system is delivered, it comes with all the unit standards that SAQA have at the time of the implementation. Thereafter, you can go through the SAQA website, download their template, and import all the latest unit standards to keep your system up to date. If you want to work with modules, we would then type in the module here and put in a standard number or a reference number that would make sense to you to find them later. So the system is not purely reliant on unit standard based qualifications. To build a qualification, we go to our qualification builder. We could add a qualification, we'll call it demo LMS, and we'll just put in the information here that we could pick up from the SAQA qualification from the website. And I'm just going to put in a few unit standards. As already in the database, I just need to type in the number. I can either find it by scrolling down or just start typing on the top here. Sorry about that, let's just go to click 14338 tab, that puts that information in. 14347 tab and 14355 tab. As you can see, as I put the unit standard number in there, the title, the credits and the NQF level all come through. All I need to do now is find out what is the component, fundamental, core or elective. And that's how easy it is to build a qualification. And this qualification will sit in your database until such time as you delete it or you need to revise it. To run a training intervention, we would go to our training event scheduler. Here we'd find our section where we'd record the learners, where we would record the facilitators, assessors, etc. is, as you can see, they all come on drop-down facilities where I can choose whoever I want to go to. I can double-click and add a facilitator, plus put a photograph in there if I wanted to. Same with assessors and moderators. When it comes to venues, I can choose a venue here. I can add at the same time if I want to. You see, as I add, it gives me the number of seats available and the number of seats booked already. If I want more information on my venue, I can just double-click, and there's the information there. Adding learners is the same. I just drop and click and choose a learner. I can double check that if two people have the same name, then I can choose that they're the ID number to make sure I've got the right learner in the right place. I can put attendance registers, give me full details on here, email address, and a place for the learner to sign. I also have a 7-day attendance register. My event planner helps me make sure that I've got all the details I need to make sure that the training intervention runs smoothly. Let me just close the form in the right place. I can also send out booking confirmation letters. We have evaluation managers, venue and facilitator availability, a costing section, invoicing, and assessment. That is of a full qualification, and I can also assess per unit standards. When it's time for assessment, I can go to my assessment per unit standard and POE tracking button and go through here. The system automatically brings in the learner reference number, the unit standard number, and the title. And here I can put the date of assessment, the assessor, and the result. It also has a portfolio tracking scenario, projects and assignments, certificate information, assessments, moderation, mentoring, tutoring and coaching, and site visits, plus a large number of supporting reports to hand there. When it comes to reporting, I can go to my Virtual IT button, click on there, and I have reports that cover admin, HR, clients, training events, learners, qualifications, and seaters. Just an idea on the seater reports, we can look there, and this gives us an idea of all the reports we have in the background. If I open a report, I can also press this email button here, which will attach a report to an Outlook email. All I need to do is pop in the recipient's email address and send it off. And that's how simple it is. If I need to look at other information under my administration section, I can back up here, I can archive old learners, I can send reports through to the seaters, and depending on which seater it is, depends on how the reports go through. I can bring in information from my branches, I can import unit standards, and I can export an awful lot of information from the database, about plus minus 80%, down to Excel, where I can work with it there. Thank you for taking a few minutes to look through our Learner Management demonstration file. If we can be of any further assistance, please give us a call on 0861 Virtual, which is 847-8825, or you can email us on sales@virtualit.co.za. Thank you very much.